speed with everything that has happened the last 24 hours and get you in the know if it's tennis, basketball, Formula One, badminton. If it's sport, definitely, we've got you covered from A to Z. I'm not alone in the studio. I've got my partner, and I'll let him do his thing.
Franklin Imana, the one you love to call Fine Border Sports Chef, reporting live on duty on this wet, cold Tuesday morning in the capital city, Abuja. Of course, you know how we do it. Sport is what makes your breakfast time complete. And just so you know, we are currently streaming live on our YouTube channel. Do well to rush down to our page, like, comment, share, and most importantly, do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. The address is a Voice of the People 96.1 Abuja. That is VOP 961 Abuja. And so you know also, we are currently streaming live on our Radio Garden app. Download the app on our Google Play Store or your iOS app. And when you do, search for VOP 96.1 Abuja to get connected to us.
Okay, guys, without wasting much time, guys, we go straight to the newspaper review, and that's where we're heading to at the moment. Okay, what's the newspaper saying this morning? Let's start off all the way from Complete Sports, and this one says Oseni should be used to exchange for Modric. This is coming from Jacumzi. He's telling Napoli. Modric from Chelsea. Okay, Man United set a wanted EPL record in a 4-0 defeat at Crystal Palace. That's got about EPL. Oseni scores as success. Late strike ends. Relegation threatened Udinese 1 or draw. And of course, this one says if we need the capable of qualifying Eagles for World Cup, Akumobe speaking in that one. I don't know yet. Akbom setting over Ajax future. Scotland, we hear Rangers boss Clement confirms Balogun injury. That one is all the way from Scotland. Okay, more stories coming in. We hear this one says quickly Chukwueze in a good stead at AC Milan after assist against Genoa. Okay, very good one. And I think that's how much we can take from Complete Sports this morning.
And from a Complete Sports, we touch down a Punch newspaper as we look at some of the biggest news from the dailies. This one said a Saudi smash. Aruna Kadri reaches last 16, battles a Korean foe. Wawena sparks Remo's title chase with goals and assists. Hooper's coach Odaudu wary of angry Monastery. And we hear that Saints at the side Paul Onwa chose a future. Talking about a Southampton. And this one says Ipswich EPL top 10 goals frees Finidi. Wabali's 30 million rand price tag hampers Kaizer Chiefs deal. And we hear that Arsenal exclude Oseni from wanted strikers list. Arsenal can't pay. Tell us the truth. You can't pay for Oseni. More on Punch Extra. This one says Oluwaseyi on Canada's men's title radar. And Nekwachi eyes Olympics slot at LA Grand Prix. Success scores a first goal in 379 days. Oseni on target. And we hear that Okowa confident of complete Olympics relay ticket. And more from Punch Extra. We hear that it will be tops Arsenal profit sales with 30.4 million euros. And Arsenal 10 star Obi Martins named in Denmark Euro squad. And finally, from a Punch newspaper, Crystal Palace thrash Man United 4-0 to lifting hands future in doubt. An African star queue for 20 million naira, a Transact Golf Classic, and PSG coach Enrique urges calm in Dortmund Champions League decider.
Okay, guys, that's enough from the Punch. We head to Sporting Life. And what Sporting Life saying this morning? It says, Iheanacho may move to Aston Villa. That's what we hear. UEFA extends squad list to 26 players. Chelsea at war with PSG over Oseni. Pogba shifts to movie after 4-year ban. And, of course, Madueke dreams big for Chelsea. Atletico Madrid defender closer to completing move to Aston Villa. Find out who that defender is. Everton, Newcastle watching Medin Raw. Arsenal go for Bologna striker Josh Zeki. And, of course, Man United would face competition for £60 million rated Olise. Moyes to leave West Ham, and Haruna match on at Saudi smash. Chelsea at war, we told you already with PSG over Oseni, and this one says Aston Villa work hard to snatch Hermoso with Syria A club interested in who? Mason Greenwood.
All right, from that we touch the newspaper Daily Post as we bring you the latest and the hottest juice stories from Daily Post. This one says supercomputer predicts title winners ahead of Man United versus Arsenal clash. And Man United 4-0 defeat to Crystal Palace. Final nail in coffin for Ten Hag. Post scores speaking. And we hear that Oseni has now equals a new scoring feat at Napoli. Let's talk more. In the EPL, this one says why we beat Man United 4-0. Crystal Palace coach Glasner, you defeated United and you want to explain? You must be wicked. This one says that you have been disrespected. Ferdinand tells a world-class African star. That is Mohamed Salah. All of a sudden, he became a great footballer. Dembaba hails a Chelsea star. And more from the EPL. Just shut up. You are embarrassing. Carragher slams a Man United star after 4-0 defeat. And here that Man United has left football. Have left him. Carragher tells Man United to pay off midfielder. Who is this midfielder? Get your hands on Daily Post to find out. The Young speaks on Man United's shock after 4-0 defeat. And in the Champions League, this one says that you must defend against Dortmund. Paris Saint-Germain manager Enrique wants Kylian Mbappe. And we hear that Chelsea's secret agreement with Lukaku over transfer revealed.
Okay, guys, this is how much we can take on the newspaper headlines, guys. You know what we do when we're done with the newspaper headline? We come back home and we take you to the local scene. Okay, guys, let's go straight to action, guys. Action, action, action. And everywhere else begin from. Let's start off from home. And let's start off from, of course, the sport ministry, who did, wrote a quick communique yesterday congratulating the 4x400 mixed relay team, the 4x100 meter team, and, of course, not forgetting the 4x400 meter team for men who booked themselves tickets to the Paris Olympic Games, congratulating them for their exploit, and most importantly, praying that they do get well. I'm doing Nigeria proud at the Olympics proper.
For a football governing body as well as the sports ministry, congratulating the teams that have picked the Olympic ticket is nothing but show brilliance from a father to their children, telling them well done. Indeed, when I saw the communique, I was indeed happy. This is the kind of gesture, this is the kind of encouragement and inspiration this team will need moving forward. And with this communique, it is I won't call it a pressure, but I will say that more is being demanded of these athletes. You have qualified, yes. You have been celebrated, congratulated, absolutely, yes. Do well in the Olympics proper, and of course, make us proud right there in Paris.
Okay, guys, I'm moving on. Let's go straight to what's happening across. Let's go straight to, I would have said let's talk a bit of boxing just in less than 31 minutes. We saw Anthony Joshua having a good time with Kupi Otedola at the wedding ceremony of one of the biggest promoters of sports. Come on. He was there having fun, enjoying his holidays. You know, he's still banking on the further of his victory against Ngannou some few months ago.
Recall that Anthony Joshua touched down the Otedola's mansion in France when he paid a courtesy visit on a Sunday morning. He went further on a dinner date, or better still, he attended the function, and there he took some pictures with
good pictures.
Billionaire's daughter. Come on, when you're big,
you're big.
You're big.
That
is what Anthony Joshua has displayed. It was indeed something that's worth celebrating, worth talking about two successful families, two successful conglomerate. One is an athlete, while the other one has delved into music. Sweet combination.
Absolutely.
Of course, it is something that we must appreciate, and tell them well done.
Good one for Haruna Quadri. We talked about him yesterday and how well he did in his first round going through. And again, he's through to the next round, beating South Korean Lee Sang-soo 11-9, 11-9. He lost the next two sets 9-11, 7-11, but came back to win the last set 13-11. And he's through to the next round of the Saudi Smash.
a fantastic display, a dominant display, despite losing the last two sets. But the damage has already been done. That's all what Aruna Kodri needed, the second-ranked player in Africa.
Yeah, round of 16, the second man to do that after Iranian Noshad Alamian.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And with that, it will definitely boost his ranking. Record that he's ranked at number 19th in the world.
Yeah.
And with this kind of performance and this kind of record, it only tells me that this man gets better as he ages.
Anyway, the result, let's say the prize of beating a South Korean is that he will face another Korean opponent in Dasong Chu in the next match scheduled for today, the May the 8th.
He shouldn't be afraid for the fact that I've beaten a South Korean, I can do it again. And we are behind him.
We are indeed behind him. Anyway, let's go to football. There are 20 girls who know their opponent. That is the Falconets, I beg your pardon. They will know their opponent when they play. They will play at the FIFA World Cup. Don't forget, they went past the likes of Tanzania and Burundi to qualify. They're through to the World Cup. And here FIFA has announced that the draws will take place on the 5th of June. And the tournament proper will be from August 31st to September the 22nd. So by the 5th of June, the girls should know who they will play in the group stages of the FIFA Under 20 World Cup.
They shouldn't be afraid. This team have really done well. They have excelled.
Yeah, they won the silver medal at the All Africa Games.
Absolutely.
They qualified with so much ease in the qualifiers.
Absolutely.
But this is the World Cup, and Nigeria has never won this
And I
competition.
can tell you for a fact that this might just be a turning point. No one gave it to Morocco in the last World Cup.
Absolutely.
No one gave it to the African team in the just concluded Women's World Cup. And the Flamingos, they have actually done well in Africa. They are one of the most successful team, if not successful team in terms of podium finish. But then we hope to see that we get a better or favorable team in the draws that come on next month. Almost a month from today, but we shouldn't be afraid. Either countries that we are going to tackle, we hope to qualify from the group stage and, of course, do well in the competition at large.
Okay, now let's talk about our own league and go straight to the NLO. We hear that the Nationwide League One Secretariat, organizers of the Nigerian Third-Tier Football League, has suspended some players and officials of Ubomosho United over assault on match officials. According to the league body, they received the match report on the assault on the match officials by players and officials of Ubomosho on the 6th of May. According to them, we hear that the underlisted players and officials of Ubomosho are hereby suspended from all footballing matches. Rilwan Kalmadin and Iberi Success, Shitu Ismaili, the club general manager Aloto Ebi Adetunji, and the media officer as well. The above decision is hereby, they say, is in line with the rules of the NLO, and the club has no right, I repeat, no right to appeal the decision.
Sport Bishop, this is the 9th incident this season.
But it's disappointing. The general manager, the media officer, and 2 other players.
This is the 9th issue this season where players are assaulting match officials. Chairman, general managers are also involved in this shameless act. The likes of Melan Tariki, we saw them earlier this year, to which they assaulted match officials, and we also saw players slamming the ball with their hands right in the game. We have seen a whole lot of
to me, that one has to be boiled down to officiating. That's how that go.
We are still talking about the league in general.
Okay.
This is portraying the league in a terrible light.
And this should be the league that should be producing players for the NNL, and of course the NPFL.
Absolutely. I tried establishing a connection with the NLO chairman, but he didn't really oblige me. I wanted to have him on the show, but he said he would get back to me. I wanted to know, why is this issue incessant? It is continued week in, week out. We tend to hear one issue. This club assaulted this referee. This referee went down to a poor officiating, and they were attacked at the end of the game. We do not want to hear it. But I would say kudos to the NLO and also what they have done, suspending the players, fining the team, the general manager, everybody involved, including the media officer. That should be
the perfect example.
Anyway,
Riwan Kamaruddin and Iberi Eze, the general manager, Shitu Ismail, and Toyebi Adetunde, the media officer, they've been the players and officials who are hereby suspended from all football activities. And before we leave Nigeria, quickly, let's let you know, and of course, a certain player who played in Nigerian Premier Football League for Aqua United and Plateau United, that is Dennis Anya. We hear that a lot of clubs are in Africa after his signature. We know he played for Zesco United last season and helping them to to improve their form towards the end of the season. Now we're hearing top clubs in Egypt, Morocco, Tunisia have established contract with his agent, and Zesco management are trying to ask for his availability ahead of the new season. It seems the boy is anyway. He's not in Europe, but in Africa, he seems to be the real deal. Talking about Dennis Anya.
When you're good, you are good. A golden fish cannot hide in the ocean. When you have done well, definitely you will be marked out for greatness. I just hope that his next destination should be the one that will not drown his career, but rather the one that would expose
I just hope
him
he
and
plays.
get
That's the important thing. Maybe even if he's going to Egypt, I don't like players who rush out of the country. If he's going to Egypt, if he's going to Zambia, I hope just he keeps playing. Like the same thing that we have with this guy who played at the African Cup of Nations, who plays for Orlando Pirates right now. I'm trying to remember his name right now. Was in the Super Eagles. The tall, lanky defender, Olisanda. You see, he's playing. That's what is important, and he's improving. And we hear clubs in Europe after his signature.
That is my point exactly. Let your next move be a move that would definitely shoot you to the next level of football, not just where you go there, you earn money, and that becomes the end of you.
Absolutely. Okay, now we move on to the foreign scene.
Before we move on to the foreign scene, as Spot Bishop, let's let our listeners know that the game that went down yesterday between Remo Stars and Rivers United ended in favor of Remo Stars. And it was the Togolese striker Frank Mawena who scored a goal
in the 83rd minute.
And has also assisted by putting a Rivers United there.
They're 13th on the table, while Remo Stars move up to second, just 1 point at drift leaders in Oguru.
It is a later search for them to see if they can get a place in the continent. And with
a big blow to Rivers United, but an absolute boost, like a pump of adrenaline for Remo Stars. They needed those 3 points.
Because this win actually pushed them up to the second position on the MPFL table. And Enyimba, they are still fighting for their 2 points.
So not a good return for Andy Okpe, if you ask me.
And of course, he's in the running for the MPFL coach of the month.
Absolutely.
And this defeat have dented his chance of winning.
He's for April. This is me. Anyway, guys, let's go to the foreign scene. And of course, where else would it begin from if not from the Selhurst Park? What an abysmal performance yesterday by Manchester United. There's he that is down, fears no fall, but he that is drowning need a lifeguard. Absolutely, because 2 goals from a certain Michael Lees in the 12th and 66th minute. A beautiful goal, 6 consecutive home goals for Jean-Philippe Mateta. And of course, Michel, an unlikely scorer in the 58th minute, ensured that Crystal Palace were 4 goals better than Manchester United, keeping them 8th on the table, or just below Chelsea on goal difference.
Sport Bishop, this is the worst season in the history of Manchester United.
Please talk to
and
me.
I will let you know, now this is their most defeats United have suffered in the Premier League in a single season. 13, and they have a chance of setting a new record of making it 14 or 15 or even 16. United have never finished below 7th in the Premier League, and now they are 8th on the log, with Chelsea absolutely looking good to take the 7th position. Now, since the start of last season, only Nottingham Forest have lost more Premier League away games by a 4-goal margin or higher than Man United. The Selhurst Park thrashing was United's heaviest defeat of the season. And I will also let you know that United have conceded 81 goals in all competition this season. They are most in a campaign that was in at the 1976 season and the 1977 season. They have conceded 81, and they look set to concede more with Andre Onana, the banana, being responsible for most of those goals. That's not all. They have not finished a season with a minus goal difference ever since the 1989 to 1919 season. In Division 1, they are currently on -3, owing the Premiership 3 goals. And with that defeat yesterday, Sport Bishop, this is the first time in the history of Man United to be defeated by Crystal Palace home
and away in
history.
In
the EPL.
Absolutely.
And they lost 1-0 at the Old Trafford and with a 4-0 thumping at the Selhurst Park. That means they have not scored a goal against Crystal Palace this season. And a certain scores has come out to say that this is the final nail
in the coffin. Well, somebody wrote, and I think I said Eric has finally hanged Manchester United. Is that true?
Whatever idiomatic expression, whatever adjectives you want to use, you are absolutely right. Come on and look at the players United paraded yesterday. Look at their weekly wage. I am so disappointed in the person of a certain Casemiro. It looked like
when you play defensive midfield as a centre back, what do you expect?
There was no leadership. There was no.
You're partnering a Casemiro who is AG and not a natural centre back with a Johnny Evans who is 35 with no speed whatsoever.
Everybody in that United squad yesterday was absolute shambolic.
You know, I said it yesterday. I thought I'm not a better of buying this, but it was even worse. I saw a 3-1.
But
But
then
it was a 4-0.
you were magnanimous enough to give United a goal, but they
Absolutely.
didn't look like a team that would score a goal. Playing the likes of Burnley last week, considered 19 short to a 19th place Burnley. How worse can United be?
Let's move to the Serie A. Victor Osimhen on target, but not enough, as another Nigerian, Isaac Success, was on target as Napoli played a 1-1 draw against Udinese. Big win for Udinese, who are fighting relegation for Napoli. Still that topsy-turvy season going on. What's going on with Napoli? But big win there for Maduka Okoye and Isaac Success.
When you use the two coaches in a season for Napoli, which is not their style, this is the kind of performance you'll get. But despite the game yesterday, the result, a certain Victor Osimhen has set a new record for himself and also equal a record that have been standing for 31 years, being this the second player to score in 6 consecutive games against the same opponent in Serie A. This is an amazing feat by Victor Osimhen. Yes, he may be leaving the team, but he's leaving with his head held high.
Okay, guys, the full result of game played yesterday. Crystal Palace 4, Man United 0, Salernitana 1, Atalanta 2. Ademola Lookman was in action for the Serie A game. Udinese played a 1-0 draw with Napoli in the French League on. Lille lost to Lyon by 3-4 in the Eredivisie. FC were beaten by NEC Michigan by 3-0. And in the Saudi Pro League, we saw Al Hilal lose to Al Hilal. Al Alil lose to Al Hilal, come on, by 1-2. In the Turkish League, Antalya Sport lost to Pedik Sport by 1-2, and Konya Sport played a goalless draw for Fenerbahce. We told you earlier, Remo Stars beat Rivers United by 2-1 to move to the second on the table. Now we move to that big game tonight. Quickly, it is of course the Champions League night between Paris Saint-Germain and Dortmund. And one man is just saying something. He said he's not thinking about scoring 2 goals. His major focus is to ensure that Paris Saint-Germain win. He said the score is going in the 89th minute. It means there's extra time. So it doesn't matter if he scores 2, but let him win the first 90 minutes and let him see where he goes from here. The words of Paris Saint-Germain's Luis Enrique ahead of that big game at the Parc des Princes tonight.
And he has given a stern 1 and 2. His talisman, Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah.
It's the night you must defend.
It's your night.
You must defend.
Yeah.
And join the team to defend. And let's have 11 players behind the ball when we are not on the ball. But come on, we know how Parc des Princes can actually feel like on a good night. A certain Man United, when they got a good result, and
Absolutely.
a certain Barcelona also came down to the Parc des Princes and won 6-1. A very, very colorful game in the history of the Champions League. But we hope tonight Borussia Dortmund will not spark that kind of win against Paris Saint-Germain. This is indeed the last dance for Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah.
If it doesn't,
it's the last dance from Mbappe, also the last dance for Marco Reus, who's leaving by Dortmund at the end of the season.
Absolutely. And of course, maybe, just maybe, which I do not see, but maybe, just maybe, a certain Luis Enrique, this might just be his last season.
Come on,
someone win the
someone that has won the double in his first season. What do you want from him?
If he does not win the Champions League this season, tonight I want to see how Jadon Sancho will dance in front of the Parc des Princes fans.
Okay, guys, quickly we'll let you know how things will pan out tonight. I beg your pardon, 8 p.m. is that time in the Champions League. Quickly, guys, react to this one. Pogba has moved into movie.
Of course, I will
into the movie 4 years after his 4-year ban. He has gone into acting here. He's trying to get into the acting in a movie called 4 Zeros, the fourth movie, a sequel to the 3 Zeros that happened in 2002. And also, we hear David Moyes officially has been confirmed that he will leave the season after an abysmal performance. They are 9th on the table and they may lack Champions League football come the end of the season.
Absolutely. A certain David Moyes, he has done well last season, winning the Europa Conference League for West Ham. But then the Europa League,
Conference
League, yes, last season.
Their first win in 43 years.
It was Roma that we had knocked out last season in the Europa League.
Yeah.
That a certain what's his name now? Jose Mourinho could not win. But coming back to Paul Pogba, a friend of mine was saying to me yesterday, was like, Uncle Fanboy, I think Paul Pogba should play the role of a native doctor, aka a voodoo priest in his next movie role.
Absolutely.
By the whole thing that have happened to him in his football career. How low can Pogba get? But
movie is just good money there.
Absolutely low, Sport Bishop. This man is not wired for movie. He's wired to play football. And because he has lost.
Anyway, we hear the case will be heard at CAF very soon, so he still has a chance to return back to football.
As for Pogba, his mind.
He said he did not take any substance.
His mind is off football because
for a moment.
If he goes, his family will come for him.
Anyway, to the NBA, West San Antonio superstar Victor Wembanyama has been named the NBA Rookie of the Year. The 20-year-old is the first Frenchman to win the award after averaging 21.4 points, 10.6 rebounds, 3.9 assists, a league high 3.6 block, and of course 1.2 steal per game. And talking about Studio NBA, we hear that Anthony Edwards led his team, the Minnesota Timberwolves, to beat defending NBA champion Denver Nuggets to take a 2-0 lead margin in the Western Conference semifinal, winning that game 106 to 80 points. Edwards scoring for the 3 points in game 1 as well. So he's having a fantastic run. Other games being played, we hear for fans of the NBA that the Essentials 3-pointer put New York up 118-115 before that game, but we know how the team ended as the New York Knicks beat the Indiana Pacers 121-117 with Jalen Brunson scoring a total of 43 points.
Hope you had a fantastic time on the show this morning, but come on and join us later this evening as we will be back on the show Sport Lounge for more sporting stories.
Absolutely.
It's the time.
Absolutely. Sport extravaganza, the latest in sport all through, and the part we love the most. Come on, guys. This is your show. We want you to have your say. Send us messages, WhatsApp voice message. Just be part of the show and give the show some color, because we do this every day, and our job is to give you a voice, because we are the voice of the people. 906.1 FM.
Until then, keep listening to Voice of the People 96.1 FM.